Alright, you guys, I have been trying to film this video for over a week now, and I keep thinking about it, and it's stressing me out, and here's why. I want to get real about goals, get real about life. I've been talking to people about their goals and why they do them, and then why they don't do them, what happens when they quit working on them. And I've been doing a lot of research as well. So to get to the point of this video and this audio is, what are your goals? And I'm going to start with 4 points. Why do I set goals? What happens after I set these goals? How I can change, and if I've accomplished them. First off, with point 1, how do I set goals and why? I'm personally obsessed with planning, and I have planned everything. Like I can plan my day from 1 to 100, no problems, completely done. I've been reading this book called The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and he talks about how sometimes we feel stressed and busy because we create these elaborate schedules for ourselves without with the intent of following them, and then when the day comes to follow, they are so elaborate that we cannot re-follow them. And there's no way we can get everything done because we'll stress out about every 15 minutes we have a task. So he says to put down 2 goals that are must accomplish goals throughout the day. And I've started to do that, and I've realized it's gotten easier for myself. Another reason that I set goals is it's a way for me to see my vision. And so I have goals for myself, for my body, for my mental health, for my finances, and to put up a vision board, you guys can see my goals and it manifests those into reality. Writing goals also makes me feel better. I don't just write goals at the beginning of the year. A lot of people think it's the first of the year, you write your goals for the whole year. I write goals as often as I feel like I want to. And because as you grow, you change. You should never keep yourself in a strict box of this is what I have to be. My goals can't change, I can't change. You are developing as a person, as a spiritual being, and you should be able to change at will. And so I think that's the most important thing, is that it shapes my dreams, it shapes my reality. So I think it's important for you guys to do the same thing. I would write down 6 short-term goals and 6 long-term goals and make a vision board for yourself. This will help you manifest your goals into your reality. What happens after I set goals? So after I set my goals, I will focus on them for like a week, and I'll stay really good on track. By a month in, I'm completely off track. This is what I used to do. With the new method of making daily short-term goals or writing my goals the night before, which really works for me. Doing 5 goals for the following day, the night before. Woo! Goodbye. No. Sorry. I'm in the office. It's dark in here. So I'm sorry about that in and out clip. So part 2. What happens after? This used to happen to me where after the first week, I would be really on track. The second week, I would get off track. And by a month in, I would be back at my same old routine, not focusing on my goals, eating wrong, not going to the gym, not participating in the things I should be. And this is how you can avoid doing the same mistakes I did. After you make a set of goals, these are great. The night before you are going to go into these goals, write 5 things you want to accomplish that day, the following day. So let's say you're going to bed, you're ready for bed, get a notebook out and have it by the side of your bed, your bedside table, and every night write down those 5 things. In the morning when you wake up, the first thing you do is you read them. This will help let your brain know what tasks you need to do. During those first 20 minutes of your day is when your brain is at its most impressionable. So if you're looking at your phone or you're listening to music that isn't good for your brain, you're going to take on those same messages throughout the day. Reading your goals, reading those 5 tasks will take on that message of being productive. Another thing that I would do is I would do cycles. So I would do goals, set them, not do them, set them, not do them. To break that cycle, you have to read things that develop your brain and your mind. If you're not reading and developing things that push your mind to better, you can't focus. Another thing that I do, instead of listening to songs that are about drugs or alcohol, etc., I listen to audios that are positive and uplifting, and sometimes a reality check. Somebody I listen to, his name is Gary V. He gives me this reality check like bang, and it's like you have to stop complaining and start actually doing. Because if I'm complaining about everything that my life is giving me, that's all that I'm embodying is upset and anger and disappointment. But if I'm changing my mindset to think positive and I'm saying, look at the things that are going positive in my life, I change my mindset to being a stronger person. I change my mindset throughout the day to take on every obstacle with love, with compassion, with empathy, and understanding that it's not going to hold me back. I also stopped getting down on myself. I stopped calling myself fat. I stopped calling myself ugly. And I started saying I love you to myself. When things are stressful, I say I love you, Violet. I love you for who you are today, for who you will be, and for every step of the way. You can't hate yourself along this process. And that's why it's important to read and to listen to positive things. And that's where we're falling right into how did I change and how can we change? You have to commit to yourself. It can't be a commitment to somebody else necessarily. And if that works for you, no judgment. But I would suggest committing to yourself and making these commitments be in self-love. I would wake up in the morning and say, I love you, Violet. I would read my daily goals. I would read something positive. Within the first 20 minutes, I would be listening to a positive audio. I would not be checking my phone or my Instagram or my Twitter or my Snapchat and seeing what my best friend's posting, because I don't know what their influence is in their beginning of the day. But you can influence how you begin your day. Another thing I would do is if it comes to workouts or stuff like that, I would make a commitment to somebody else. I would say every day I'm going to go to the workout with blank, and I'm going to be there at 6 in the morning before they are there, and I'm going to be ready. I'll have my drink, I'll have my protein shake, I'll be ready to go. And so when they get there, we're both motivated and we're both ready. And I don't allow myself to quit. Another thing is how I stay motivated, how I stay ready to go to do physical exercise is my boyfriend teaches a workout class. In the beginning when he was teaching it, I wasn't attending because I didn't want to be a part of that environment. But to be honest, I was afraid. I was afraid to be there. And so I started going to break down that fear, because fear is going to stop you from all goals. You have to break down those walls of fear. When you're afraid of something, it probably means that you should be looking into it. And I'm talking about that in a motivating way. If you're in a bad area, get out of that bad area. Listen to your fear. So what I did is I started attending these classes. The first one I attended, I didn't like it. I was uncomfortable because I thought I was going to be the biggest person there. I thought everyone was going to stare at me. But at the end of the day, everybody was focusing on their goals as well. And so I made a commitment to George, my partner, that I would attend every class that he teaches. And from that point on, I've been attending. I would follow up with myself. I would look back at my goals throughout the day and see which goals have I accomplished, which tasks have I done. And if I haven't done them, I knew I needed to add that into my day. So let's say you're going to go out with a friend. And you go out, and you're hanging out, and you're having fun, and it's getting later. You have the option whether or not you want to continue to stay out, and I have no judgment if you choose to. I think it's important to spend time with your friends, or go home and work on those goals that you have. It depends on which one you want more. I would say being out with your friends is a short-term pleasure. It's something that you do for a short-term amount of time that is fun in the moment, but the following day it has no influence. So I would make sure my time with my friends is cut off at a certain point so I can go back home and accomplish my goals. I would no longer stay out with my friend from 10 a.m. all the way till night. It would be from 10 a.m. to maximum 3. By 3:30 I'm home, and by 4 I'm working on my goals. And you can follow that similar method for yourself. Another thing is looking back on my vision board daily, manifesting those goals into my reality. surrounding myself with positive people. And I understand it might be hard if your family is not positive with you. You just have to keep working on your mind. You have to make your mind positive because you can't control anybody else. And going into the fourth step, did I accomplish my goals and how have I accomplished them? So some of my goals have been accomplished, yes, and some of them haven't. One of the goals I set at the beginning of the year was to read one book a week, and that's not something I have done consistently, but what I have changed consistently is reading daily. So doing that daily reading is very important to my goals and what I have set for myself. Another thing that I have accomplished is writing daily. This is something I said at the beginning of the year I'm going to do, and I've been able to follow through with that. A goal I haven't accomplished but am working on is losing weight. I've lost 20 pounds and my goal is to go down 60 pounds in a healthy, constructive form. And I'm still working on that. I'm still trying my best and doing everything I can by benefiting my mind, my body, and my soul. And so when you look at your goals, make sure to check back in. What have you accomplished? What do you want? And it's okay if they change, but don't be mad at yourself if you haven't done them yet or if they haven't been accomplished, because you are on track to being better. And I just want you to let you know that your journey is your journey. Nobody else can say anything about that. We can't judge other people's journeys. You can't judge mine, and I can't judge yours, because I don't know what your shoes are like. I don't know what it's like to live in your position. And so you have to lead with empathy and love for that person and for yourself to be able to accomplish anything. I know this got really deep, really personal, and it's probably going to be one of my longer videos. And I will get better at these, I promise, because this is my passion, is speaking on topics like this. So I thank you for listening, and if you listen to the full thing, I truly appreciate it. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe down below. And I will see you guys soon for my next video. Much love, y'all.